Okay, so I wanted to talk about The Batman Part 2 and Spider-Man Brand New Day in one video. I feel like the past month or so, or even this month, we've been getting a lot of news surrounding these two movies. Obviously, Spider-Man Brand New Day comes out next month, or July 31st. Actually, the end of next month, if you want to be technical. But so obviously we've been getting a lot of more Spider-Man news. Obviously we had the trailer, which I think was either a month or two ago. We got the Spider-Man Brand New Day trailer, but we've also been getting just a lot of promotional material. We've been getting a lot of news from the movie, but also the Batman Part 2. That doesn't come out until next year, I think in October of next year. So we have a long ways to go until we get to the Batman Part 2, obviously. But we've been getting news on just like, casting. Recently they just started filming the movie and everything, and just whether or not certain actors are going to be playing certain characters, I don't know. But like I said, I wanted to talk about both of these movies and, I don't know, kind of just like geek out and just like, I don't know, have fun, like just have fun and just, I don't know, just be excited for both of these movies. Spider-Man Brand New Day comes out next month. I'm a huge Spider-Man fan. I'm a huge freaking Batman fan. Both of these characters are like some of my favorite superheroes of all time. And so, I don't know, I just want to talk about both of these movies in this video. And so, without further ado, let's get straight into the video. Okay, so I want to talk about the Batman Part 2 first, and we've been getting it's a lot of news. If you don't follow Matt Reeves on Twitter, he's been posting a lot of just like stuff about the movie just in general. Firstly, he I think it was last month, he posted, and apparently I didn't know this, he did this with the first Batman movie, or the Batman, when he announced the cast for the first film. He basically like posted on his Twitter with like a GIF of like the actor that was gonna be in the movie, and he did that again with the Batman Part 2, and he announced some new castings. Obviously, we already know Robert Pattinson is gonna be in this movie. Andy Serkis as Alfred, Jeffrey Wright as Commissioner Gordon. Apparently they're bringing back Officer Martinez. He was the guy. He was one of the police officers, I think, with like the mustache and stuff like that. Colin Farrell is coming back, obviously, as the Penguin. We had the Penguin TV show, and he was in the first movie. Apparently, he's not going to have necessarily a huge role in this movie, and I didn't assume that he was gonna have necessarily a huge role in this film. He didn't really have a huge role in the first movie as well, but apparently in this movie, and I think this is coming from him directly, I think he said that he's only gonna have like 1 to 2 scenes like max in this movie, so it might be even less than what he had in the first movie. Obviously in the first movie he had like the really iconic, like one of my favorite scenes in the first movie, the freaking car chase scene and everything. And so I don't know how he's going to, or what role his character is going to play in this movie. Obviously we know from the Penguin TV show, at the end of that TV show, he has risen in the crime organization and everything. And so I don't know what they're gonna do with that character in particular, but it's gonna be interesting. And we also have some new casting for the movie as well. The first one I want to bring up is Sebastian Stan. Sebastian Stan is going to be in the Batman Part 2, and this is where like I feel, and I'm gonna get to the other castings real quick, but Sebastian Stan in particular is interesting because when he was first announced in this movie, it kind of just seemed like people assumed that he was going to be Two-Face in this movie. and everyone was like announcing, oh, Sebastian Stan, he's gonna be in the Batman Part 2, and he's gonna be playing Two-Face, and not even really, I guess, thinking about it, or like really, I don't know, I guess doing research on it, but he hasn't necessarily been cast as Two-Face in this movie. It's only really assumption, I feel like there's nowhere, or it hasn't come from Matt Reeves, that Sebastian Stan is playing Two-Face in this movie. And so I think it was like recently there was like rumors and news circulating that he might not even play Two-Face in this movie. He might be playing a different character. He might be playing freaking Zaz. I don't know. I do want to discuss that in particular later on in the video, but I do want to get through these other castings. Some other new castings that we have: Scarlett Johansson. It's the same thing. People think that her, Scarlett Johansson, and also who else has been cast in this movie? Charles Dance. I don't know a lot about Charles Dance. I've seen the actor before, but I can't I think he might have been in Game of Thrones or like in some other, I can't remember specifically. Like, I've seen his face before, but Charles Dance, Scarlett Johansson. People also think that they're going to, people think that Scarlett Johansson is going to be playing Gilda Dent, which is the wife of Harvey Dent, and Charles Dance is going to be playing the father, I guess, of freaking Harvey Dent. I think I might have that wrong, but those are the three castings that people thought, I guess, they knew, and it kind of seems like that's not really the case, and so I have no idea. But we also have Brian Tyree Henry in the movie as well, but yeah, we don't know who he's playing either. Some people are thinking that he might be playing Harvey Bullock. Some people think he might be playing Lucius Fox. I can see either one of those. But yeah, this is where like the discussion comes in because, like I said, there has been apparently new reporting, and this comes from apparently a person who's gotten some things right about certain movies and some things wrong about certain movies, and so I guess take this as like a grain of salt. I don't know, these are all just rumors at the end of the day, but he did say that, like, apparently, like I said, Sebastian Stan is not playing Two-Face and he could be playing Zaz instead, and that Brian Tyree Henry is actually playing Two-Face in this movie. And that just led, obviously, that led freaking Twitter and the internet to be like, what are you talking about? What do you mean? And obviously you had some people not really you had some people confused, and some people like, why is Sebastian Stan not playing Two-Face? He would be a perfect Two-Face, and he would be I do think he would make for a really good Two-Face if that's who he's playing. But Brian Tyree Henry, like, I don't want to just fully cut off the idea of him playing Two-Face. Yes, is it a very different choice than like someone like Sebastian Stan, who, like, I don't know, just looks like Two-Face, I guess, or like whatever, or he looks like the Two-Face from the comics. Would it be really different if they went with Brian Tyree Henry as Two-Face? Yes, I think it would be very, very different. And not saying that he couldn't pull it off or anything like that. I don't know, man. And like, we've had a black Two-Face in the past before. I think Billy D. Williams in, I think it was like Batman Returns or something like that. He played Harvey Dent, but he never was Two-Face or anything like that. And so I don't know. It definitely is interesting. It would be very different, obviously. I mean, obviously, if you just look at like the history of like the casting process for I mean, if you look back to like even like Robert Pattinson when he was first announced as Batman, people were like, "What? You got the Twilight guy?" And obviously, he proved people wrong. I mean, if you even go back to like Heath Ledger as the Joker, people were like, what, you're getting this guy to play the Joker? And then he, you know, went on to become like one of the best Joker or versions of the Joker like ever. And so I don't know, for me personally, some people were saying that like Sebastian Stan could be playing Zaz, and then Brian Tyree Henry could be playing Harvey Dent, and then Scarlett Johansson could be playing the Phantasm, which I believe is, you know, the villain from Mask of the Phantasm. I can't remember the character's specific name. I think it's like Andre Beaumont or Andre. I can't remember specifically, but people were saying that she could be playing that character, and Charles Dance could be playing her dad. I don't know. Like I said, it's interesting to see that like people assume. I mean, I think there were even like, I don't know, people or Sebastian Stan talking about the fact that he's playing Two-Face, but I don't know how, like, I don't know. I don't know at the end of the day. Obviously, Matt Reeves has not confirmed any of this, which is the crazy part. And so I really don't know who's going to be playing who in this movie. That in itself, I think, is exciting to, you know, speculate and like theorize about. But I don't know. Just in general, like, despite like whoever is playing who in this movie it's got a stacked cast, bro. Like, it's got some actual really good talent attached to it. And so whoever any of these characters are playing, I think they're gonna do a really good job just in general. Like, a lot of these, like Scarlett Johansson, Sebastian Stan, obviously Robert Pattinson just in general has been in a lot of movies recently. Like, apparently he's gonna be in Dune 3. Apparently he's going to be playing freaking he's gonna be playing Chris Hansen in like a, I forget, I think it's called like Prime Time, but it's like he's playing Chris Hansen in that. Obviously he's the Chris Hansen is the guy who catches pedophiles and stuff like that. And so and also he's in the Odyssey as well. And so Robert Pattinson is in a bunch of stuff. Super awesome actor. Obviously Andy Serkis is a great actor as well. So a lot of talent attached to this movie just in general. But like I said, filming started recently, and I think the first shot that they shared for the movie is like a blurred out image of some character. I don't know if it's like one of the actors from the cast that I just talked about, or if it's just like a random guy or random body that, you know, Batman is gonna have to investigate or like something. I don't know, but that is the first shot that they showed off. And so I don't know who this could be. The guy that's just dead, laying on like this. It looks like they're probably in some type of morgue area, and Batman and maybe Commissioner Gordon are like investigating the body and looking for clues or something like that. I don't know, but yeah, leave down in the comments who you think that dead guy is in that photo that they have, because I have no idea who it could be. They also shared, and I think this was released today or yesterday, they officially showed the logo, or I guess like the, you know, the official, the Batman 2 logo that's going to be used for like the film and everything. And it looks like the Batman Part 2 logo. It's not anything like dramatically different or anything like that. It's literally just the Batman logo from the first movie, but with a Part 2 on it, and it's still red. But I think the only change that I noticed is like the DC Studios logo is at the top now because of, you know, James Gunn and it being a DC Studios movie or like whatever. And so that's the only change that I noticed. It's super weird because before like we've gotten any of this news surrounding this movie, I feel like the main thing or the main like color people have been using, because obviously the first movie uses the color red a lot, obviously in the font, but just like in the movie as well, and for the promotion for the movie, people were like, I feel like a lot of people were using the color blue a lot for this movie, and so like in my brain I'm just going, oh, the color blue is obviously going to be used as like the main color palette or like the font for this movie, and obviously it's not. But like I'm so used to people using the Batman Part 2, but it's in blue, and people using the color blue because this movie is set during the winter time, and also people were thinking that, oh, Mr. Freeze, or since this movie is set during the winter, Mr. Freeze could be the main villain of the movie. And Mr. Freeze, I mean, it's cold, the color blue is associated with Mr. Freeze, so oh yeah, it has to be the blue font or like whatever. And so I feel like that was like attached to the movie, but like unofficially attached to the movie. But obviously they're sticking with the red, and I still enjoy, you know, the red. Like it fits canonically with what they're doing. Obviously the first movie used red, the Penguin TV show had the red font with the logo and everything, and they're keeping up with that tradition with this movie, and so that's cool. I definitely, I mean, it still looks awesome whether or not it's a different color or not. But yeah, we got the logo for the movie as well. Apparently we also got a new image of Gordon's mustache. I don't know what you want to, I don't know what you want to do with that information, but yeah, we got that too, I guess. But I do want to talk about who could be the villain in the Batman Part 2. Obviously I talked about a little bit, I said Mr. Freeze could be the villain. I feel like we can rule out Mr. Freeze, mainly because I just don't think that, one, I feel like, even though I feel like maybe Matt Reeves could do an interpretation of Mr. Freeze that fits his universe, maybe, I also do feel like, yeah, Mr. Freeze is kind of more on the fantastical side when it comes to Batman villains and stuff like that, and so I don't really see them using Mr. Freeze in this movie. Like I said at the beginning, of this video, Sebastian Stan as Two-Face. I mean, Two-Face could be in this movie, even if he's not being played as Sebastian Stan, or if he's being played by another actor. I don't know. Two-Face could be an option. Zaz, again, going back to Sebastian Stan, he could be playing Zaz. I mean, Zaz could be cool. I mean, some people were saying that Zaz is like a lower tier Batman villain, or like he's not really like a prime time like Batman main villain, and yeah, that's true. I definitely could see that. But I mean, like, I don't know, if you look at the Batman, or the first Batman, I mean, the main villain in that movie was the Riddler, and even though the Riddler is probably higher on the totem pole of, like, I guess Batman villains, since I guess, like, he's probably higher, he's probably more, he's definitely higher than Zaz, obviously, but he is not, obviously the Riddler is not on the level of like a Joker, or like a Bane, or like a Scarecrow, or like anything like that, and he was the main villain of the first movie, and so I mean, I guess don't necessarily rule out a character like Zaz. He could be like a side villain or something like that Batman is taking on. I don't know. Yeah, I really don't know. I mean, some people, I think, were saying maybe Hush, maybe? I don't know. That could be an option as well, but I don't really see that. People were also throwing out the Court of Owls, and the Court of Owls, you know, obviously they're like the secret society that Batman doesn't know about, or like whatever. And they've been done before. I mean, I know they were done in the comics. I think Gotham Knights did an interpretation of the Court of Owls. I'm trying to think. Yeah, I mean, the Court of Owls hasn't been used a ton. I feel like, in just like, I mean, they've never been used in the movies. I know they've been used in some TV shows and like video games, but the Court of Owls could be cool. Like a freaking, I mean, Gotham is already like corrupt as it is and everything. So having like a secret like society of just like, and I don't even know if you would necessarily have, because I know the Court of Owls have like the, I guess, like the Talons, which I think the Talons, I could be getting this wrong, but the Talons are like the bodyguards or like the ninjas or like the soldiers that they have that fight Batman. And I don't know, the Court of Owls could be cool. I feel like any of these villains, has like maybe an opportunity of showing, I mean, except for maybe Mr. Freeze. Court of Owls, Two-Face, Zsasz, I don't know, but I don't know. And I don't know, like, I mean, obviously no like story elements have been shared in this film, and so I don't really know. I don't know what the story, I don't know if this is going to be, because the way that Matt Reeves has described this, I guess a trilogy or of movies, or like this whatever, is like, this is the crime saga, I think is the term that he used, or something like that. And so this movie could be just another investigation of solving murders, but then again, they did that in the first Batman movie, and I don't think they want to necessarily repeat that with the Riddler. And so I don't know what the story could be in this movie, honestly. But yeah, like I said, this movie takes place during the winter, bro, and it's gonna be awesome seeing Gotham during winter with snow. I think the last Batman movie that had or was set during the winter was, I think, Batman Returns, if I'm mistaken, which was obviously that was a long time ago. And so, dude, I mean, Arkham Origins had snow. That was an awesome Batman game that was during the winter time. And so yeah, seeing Gotham, seeing Batman. Obviously, I think you also had like the camera test with like the Batmobile, and that had like snow, I think, in the background. So it's gonna be awesome. It's gonna be, and also like the bat suit, like how different is the bat suit gonna be from the first movie? I don't know. I honestly don't think it's gonna be dramatically different, because I think this only takes place a couple of months after the first Batman movie. So I don't think, actually, I think it might take, I think it might actually take like 1 or 2 months or after the first Batman movie, because the Penguin is set like a week after, or a couple of weeks after the Batman, and the Penguin ends, I think, during like the winter time, during November or December. And so, and this movie takes place during, I think, December or something like that. And so I don't think it'll be dramatically different. I feel like they don't necessarily have to change a lot. I guess I don't know what they would necessarily change. Obviously, I love how the suit just looks in general, with the mask and everything. I could see them like maybe changing. I don't know. I don't see them changing a lot, but I don't know. We'll just have to see. Maybe Batman will have like a different suit entirely for like the winter, because it's gonna be really cold. So maybe he'll have like different things to keep himself from being super cold. I don't know, but yeah, I feel like that's all I really wanted to talk about for the Batman Part 2. Like I said, I'm very excited for this movie. This movie comes out next year. I feel like we've been waiting a long time, bro, just to like get any news from this movie. Apparently we might even get like maybe like a teaser trailer during the Dune 3 movie, maybe. I heard somewhere that we might get that. I don't know, but like I said, I'm very excited for the Batman Part 2. I can't wait for this movie. When more news drops for this movie, obviously I'm going to be talking about it on this channel and everything. And so, yeah. Okay, moving on to my other favorite superhero of all time, Spider-Man. I love me some Spider-Man, bro. Spider-Man in this movie, he's gonna be depressed, he's gonna be sad, and he's gonna be alone. Just how I like my Spider-Man, bro. Just how I like Spider-Man. I like him. Spider-Man is at his best when he is down on his luck. Well, Spider-Man is at his best when Peter Parker is suffering, and Spider-Man is, Spider-Man or succeeding as Spider-Man. I don't know, but yeah, this movie has really grounded itself in the idea of like, this is a truly a rebirth, or like a brand new day, as I mean the title of the movie is for Spider-Man. And I mean, just for the costume, just in general, but also just like, I feel like what he's dealing with in this movie, or like, you know, the villains that he's going up against. Obviously in this movie, he doesn't have like the Stark Tech suit anymore, or he's not associated with Tony Stark. Obviously he's alone in this movie because no one knows who he is after, you know, No Way Home. Doctor Strange did like the spell, and no one knows who Peter Parker is anymore. So he really is alone in this movie. And I am very excited to see what they do with this movie, bro. I know that the Punisher is going to be in this movie. We're also getting the Hulk in this movie, and not only are we getting the Hulk in this movie, we are getting Savage Hulk in this movie, bro. We're getting and I know a lot of people have been wanting Savage Hulk back. I feel like ever since, you know, they did the whole Professor Hulk, and I like Professor Hulk, the whole angle of him, or that angle that they went with like the character and stuff like that. But yeah, I feel like we haven't had like Savage Hulk since like what, like Infinity War, I guess technically, and that was like only one scene of just Thanos just absolutely bodying I feel like after that scene with freaking Thanos, like Hulk as a character has never been the same. Like ever since Hulk got his ass whooped by Thanos at the beginning of Infinity War, the character's just never been the same. But yeah, we are fine. We are getting Savage Hulk again in this movie. I don't know in what form. Like, I don't know how he's gonna be, or how he's gonna turn back into Savage Hulk, and like if Spider-Man is gonna be fighting the Hulk, or if they're gonna be like fighting together against like enemies or something like that. I don't know. I mean, I know Spider-Man and Punisher are gonna be teaming up in this movie, but I feel like that's gonna be more of like a reluctant team up, because obviously the Punisher is the Punisher and he's always like, let me tell you something. Let me tell you something, Spider-Man. And Spider-Man's just like, no, shut the freak up, bro. I'm gonna web you with one of my freaking webs. Shut the freak up. And so yeah, obviously the Punisher kills, you know, people, and I don't think, obviously this is gonna be a way more toned down version of the Punisher. Because he's in a Spider-Man film, and he can't put half of the things that the Punisher does in like his own TV show and like the freaking Daredevil show, is they can't do that in a Spider-Man movie. But it's gonna be interesting to see that dynamic of Spider-Man and the Punisher trying to get along, but obviously Spider-Man is gonna be like, no, Frank, you can't kill those people. You can't kill those people, okay? And Punisher's gonna be like, shut up! I'm trying it's just... Let me tell you something.
Hell with this, Shane. I don't have that. Let me tell you something else, man. Hey, Herschel, man, let me ask you something. Let me tell you something, man.
But yeah, like I said, the suit looks really good. Obviously, we've talked about this before, or I've talked about this before, but the suit is like a combination of like Tobey Maguire's suit and Andrew Garfield's suit, and honestly, this might be the best on-screen or like film like interpretation of a Spider-Man outfit. I know we've always praised the Andrew Garfield or the TASM 2 Spider-Man suit for being like the best Spider-Man suit, and that suit is still like low-key like one of my favorite Spider-Man suits. But also, like, you know, you had the Tobey Maguire suit, Tobey Maguire, a Spider-Man suit, which people obviously have like a nostalgic tie to, and I like I like the Tobey Maguire Spider-Man suit, but it's not my favorite Spider-Man suit. Like, obviously it's a classic, you know, movie Spider-Man suit, but just like over the years, like, yes, I mean Tom Holland's freaking version that they have in this movie, I feel like it's just objectively better in my opinion. I don't know if that's a hot take. I don't think that's a hot take. But yeah, I mean, this costume looks just straight out of the comic books with like the freaking bulky metallic looking web shooters and everything. And yeah, I think the suit looks amazing. No pun intended. But yeah, I mean, Tom Holland even talked about how like he researched or he like watched podcasts and he watched like videos on just trying to make the best Spider-Man film possible and everything, and he took notes on like what people want from like the costume when it came to like Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield and those suits. And so yeah, it looks like Tom Holland really does care about like wanting to make like the best Spider-Man film possible. Obviously, we talked about like before, you know, marketing and like the trailer and everything came out for this movie, we were talking about how like we wanted this to be a more grounded Spider-Man. We wanted it to be more a street level Spider-Man, and it sounded like maybe Sony wasn't going to do that initially, but it seems like, you know, Tom Holland, obviously I think he's like a producer on this film, and he has way more hands-on with this film than he did in the previous trilogy of Spider-Man films. It seems like, yeah, he wants to listen to the fans, and he wants to take in consideration of what the fans want. And the fans, they want a street level Spider-Man. And so it's awesome to see that we are finally getting that with this movie. I know in terms of just like villains, Scorpion is going to be in this movie. Tombstone is going to be in this movie. And we actually haven't seen Tombstone yet. I think we've heard maybe his voice in the first trailer, but we actually haven't seen him. Like, we haven't seen any. I think there was like one set photo that leaked, but other than that, we haven't seen like an official image or video of him in the movie. And so I don't know if that's something they're gonna do for the next trailer, but we'll just have to see. Sadie Sink is gonna be in this movie. If you forgot, yeah, Sadie Sink is gonna be in this movie. Honestly, at this point, bro, I mean, she's just Jean Grey. Like, let's just come out and say it, bro. Let's just come out and say that Sadie Sink is probably playing Jean Grey in this movie. I've heard, like, things, like, surrounding Sadie Sink and her, involvement in this movie. I've heard that, like, there are, scenes of someone using, like, purple or pink powers or something like that, or like I don't know. I could be wrong, or I could be just grabbing this out of my ass or something like this. I've heard like rumors on Twitter, but honestly, yes, I do think Sadie Sink is gonna be playing Jean Grey. I just feel like it just makes the most sense. I mean, people were saying that she could be playing other possible Spider-Man related characters, but in my opinion, honestly, I think she is playing Jean Grey. I mean, obviously they want to introduce the X-Men at some point in the freaking MCU or like whatever. And I feel like, even though I don't know what her role would be in this movie, I mean, Sadie Sink, I feel like is a pretty good choice for Jean Grey. Like, that could be that's a cool choice. And so, yeah, I just don't know what her involvement is gonna be. I mean, there's already so many characters in this movie. I mean, we have the Hand too. I forgot to talk about that. We have the Hand in this movie. Spider-Man's gonna be fighting the Hand. That prison scene looked amazing. I mean, there's already so many villains in this movie. I don't know if she's gonna be another antagonist or if she's gonna be helping Spider-Man. I don't know, but yeah, Sadie Sink, I think she's going to be playing Jean Grey in this movie. But yeah, the final thing that I want to talk about is the promotion for this movie. Bro, the posters that they've been doing, like the promotion that they've been doing, all of the freaking posters. You got the first poster of Spider-Man fighting the Hand, and then one of the other posters is like the freaking golden hour. Like, all these posters are like set to like golden hour, like New York, like backdrops, and it looks freaking amazing. You got the one with him with like the jean jacket on, and it's like covering like half his face and you can only see his mouth. That poster looks cool. You got the one where like he's skydiving freaking down and you can see the reflection of him in the building. You got one of the posters is like, it's just Spider-Man's mask with New York in the background, but in like one of his eye lenses or like whatever, it's like an image of freaking Zendaya's character or MJ. This is the image of him freaking attached to like a building, and like it's a reflection of Spider. Bro, there is so many cool posters, bro. Like the freaking promotion for this movie has been insane. And so that's just like another thing I wanted to shout out in this movie. But yeah, well, apparently we're supposed to be getting a trailer tomorrow, because I'm pretty sure tickets go on sale tomorrow, and so that's led people to assume that, like, since tickets are going on sale, and I think this is a thing that just movies do in general, when tickets go on sale, a new trailer comes out, and so people are assuming that, you know, we're gonna be getting a new trailer tomorrow. What could be in that trailer? I have no idea what they could even, I don't know. I mean, honestly, I don't want to see any more of this movie. I want to go in with like some surprises. And so, I don't know, they could reveal Sadie Sink in this movie. They could reveal Tombstone in this movie. Maybe even show some shots of Savage Hulk in this movie. I have no idea. But yeah, that trailer, if there is going to be a trailer tomorrow, that trailer is going to be insane. And I definitely, yeah, if there's a trailer tomorrow, I definitely am going to be covering it and like going over the things that happen in the trailer. And so, yeah, man. Bro, I'm just excited for Spider-Man Brand New Day. I even freaking bought a, just because I'm so excited for this movie, there's two things. First, I bought a poster, or I think I bought the, poster of him finding the hand, and, I'm gonna frame it, and I'm probably not gonna put it up on my wall, even though that's something, I usually don't put, like, posters up on my wall. This is a side tangent, but I don't know. I forgot. For some reason, I don't put posters. Like, I frame posters, but I don't put posters up on my wall. I don't know if that's like crazy, but I don't know. That's just something that I do. But the last time I'm so excited for this movie, bro. But like the last time that I really went out and bought posters for a movie was probably like back in 2018. When Infinity War was coming out, and so that's how you know I'm really excited for this movie. And also, I want to rewatch all the Spider-Man movies before Brand New Day comes out, and I think what I want to do is rewatch the movies, but I also want to, like, on this channel, go over like the Tobey Maguire movies, Andrew Garfield movies, Tom Holland movies, and make dedicated videos like going back and talking about those movies and giving my opinions on those movies and stuff like that. And that is something that I want to do, and so I think I am gonna do that. But yeah, man, I've been yapping for, I don't even know how long this video is. It's probably like 40 to 50 minutes long, honestly, because I've been yapping so much about Batman, Spider-Man, but I am very excited for both of these movies. I'm just excited for anything superhero related, but specifically Batman and Spider-Man, because those are my favorite superheroes. But yeah, man, I know I haven't really posted a lot on this channel, or I think the last time that I posted was like a month ago, and I really didn't mean it to be like that, because one, I do have a gaming channel, and that is my primary channel, or primary, I don't know if I said that word right, but I've been on, that's the channel that I post the most on, and so this channel has been kind of been affected because of that, but I definitely want to post way more on this channel. I don't know how often, but I do want to post more, you know, more often than just like 1 month. Like, I want to post more than like having a video out a month or every single, I don't know, but you know what I mean. But yeah, I definitely want to post more on this channel. I don't know what, I have some ideas from some videos, like I said, the Spider-Man videos, maybe some more Batman videos, more anything just like that I'm interested in, just superhero related. And so yeah, that's all I really wanted to talk about in this video. In the comments down below, are you excited for the Batman Part 2? Are you excited for Spider-Man Brand New Day? Are you just excited for just superhero movies in general? Or you know, if you're not excited for Spider-Man Brand New Day or the Batman Part 2, leave your reasons why. But yeah. And so I'm going to go ahead and get out of here. And I will see you guys on the next one. So yeah. Bye.